Hi, collective. I just did a kind of wild reading that I was really channeling the energy of Uranus and Venus square in a really interesting way. It was really intense, so I need to kind of wind down, and I want to do it with you. Whether I post that reading or not, I don't know. But we're going to do a calmer reading here, and it's just a general reading for the collective that I'm guided to do. So let's get into it. We're going to do a chakra reading, going down the chakras. So we'll need 7 cards here. Spirit. That was the first card in the last reading. That also came out. Oh my gosh. Okay. Settle down there. I heard Sally. Yeah, if you're feeling a lot of energy today, you might want to like think about where you can have an outlet to channel that energy into. I feel like if you're really feeling the tension or the vibes or whatever, it's important you do something, like you create something. I'm hearing whether that's music, okay, poetry I'm hearing, maybe you want to do a reading even just for yourself. Even if you don't, I'm hearing, even if you don't have a YouTube channel and you have tarot cards, why not try recording a reading for yourself, just for you to view, just to see how you would be? I don't know, maybe someone's thinking about this, but that could be a fun thing to do. Make it fun for yourself, you know? I'm hearing make fun of things. Okay, maybe you want to make fun of like tarot card tropes or whatever. Yeah, that could be fun. I got a lot of Gemini energy, so I always like to play. So I'm always trying to give suggestions on how to have more fun here. Okay, let's get into the reading. You are, this is the root chakra, the I am. Beauty. You're beautiful. You're absolutely stunningly gorgeous, inside, outside. I'm feeling like your connection to nature is really beautiful, even if you can't access nature directly. You have a good understanding of things here and the cycles of life. Your cycles are connected to the cycles of life, the cycles of the environment. So think about that. Think about the things you've been through and have they lined up with seasonal cycles or other kinds of cycles. Like if you have perennials, or what kind of cycles are you going through in your life that the things around you are also going through? Interesting. 9 of Swords. Well, why are you having a hard time seeing your beauty here? 3 of Cups in reverse, 3 of Swords in reverse. Those people, right? Those people who want to gossip, those people who are interested in other people's pain, those people who feed off of other people's pain, profit off of others people's pain, I'm hearing, okay? Do not, I'm getting this clear, okay? I don't know who this is for, but do not turn a profit on someone else's pain. Make sure you're doing something to guide them, to help them, okay? Don't increase the pain to turn the profit. This is very strong for someone, and for those of you who are not involved in that, which is most of you, be aware of those people. They can be very unconscious of what they're doing and therefore really sly unintentionally because they're unconscious. I feel like there is some energy here, and I'm feeling it in my solar plexus right now, that is keen on hooking in. I'm seeing like a fish hook into the heart, hooking into a heart space that you're healing and increasing your anxiety about it. And this could be even someone you don't know, something maybe you're watching or listening, maybe on YouTube or maybe on the TV or wherever. But it's trying to diminish your inner beauty. Ultimately, and this could be collectively as well, right? Yeah, I don't like that, because I feel the beauty within you, and then to see that the nine is that somebody's trying to get you spun up, spun around, projecting their energy onto you. I'm hearing nobody is after you. Okay, I don't know if somebody's been telling you someone's out to get you. I'm hearing there's no sense in thinking about that. Yeah. Stay in the present moment. Stay in your present beauty. Deal with things as they come. If you feel nervous, if you feel like someone's out to get you in whatever way that means, I don't know, have a plan for how you're going to deal with it. Okay? Talk to your guides and then leave it alone. Don't focus. What you focus on will become reality. What you put your attention on will manifest. I feel we have will. Great. Okay. So you feel like you have the will to push through something. I guess this is why Spirit was telling me to get serious here. Tell me about the will. The Lovers and the Nine of Pentacles. You have to leave a contract as you feel it, or you do have to leave you do have to leave a contract. Now, this could be a contract with I'm hearing a past self. Okay, so something you wanted to do or wanted to be or something like that in the past. Now, and you made this kind of promise with yourself that you were going to do something or something like this. And you need to break that contract and regain your independence, because whatever that is, it's put you in a little bit of a bind here energetically. Some of you definitely are ending a relationship and you're finding the willpower to do that. That's coming through in your sacral chakra. So there could be things here related to intimacy that are throwing you off about in the connection. This connection is no longer giving you a sense of pleasure. I'm hearing it's diminishing a sense of self here. It's also, they're playing on whatever I'm talking about here. This doesn't have to be romantic, but whatever I'm talking about, they're playing on your I'm hearing vanity. That's for some of you. They're making you think you need things to be a certain way, like material things. I'm like really rubbing my palm in here, which I don't normally do, so I don't know what that's about. Some kind of message there about maybe it's like a nervousness that either you have or someone else has, like they begin to rub their palm or like really hold their hands tightly. It's like the energy needs to flow out, okay? So yeah, like somebody who's like this, when they're talking or they're talking to you, or if you find yourself doing that, it's like, be conscious of that, release that energy. And if somebody else is being like that, note that they're I'm hearing binding energy. I don't like that. Okay. Yeah. I feel like you have the will to get rid of that. I think it's related to this 3 of Cups in reverse too. I'm hearing negative Nancy's. Sorry if your name is Nancy. It's just to say, okay. But like negative Nancy's, negative people around you. I'm hearing negative Narcies, like maybe narcissistic people. Okay. Solar plexus is I do, and we have the path. You're walking up that ladder to go into the chapter of your soul's journey, I'm hearing. Some of you need to do a guided meditation on connecting with your guides and meeting your guides. Some of you who know your guides really well, like names you've given them or they've told you, and like you've had a whole little thing with them. And there's another guide in the background that wants to be known, but is not. It wants to be known, but it's not a guide that's interactive, if that makes sense. Kind of like a protective energy. It's a guide of the shadow space. Interesting. Yeah, I've seen my guide of the shadow space. I was like, ooh, I wouldn't mess with that one. Okay, so yeah. So there's a guide there that you have that's pretty powerful. I mean, all guides are in their own way, but there's a shadow guide. and you need to be aware of it. And it will help you. It will help you recognize your own power, I'm getting. Tell me more. Four of Cups coming out in reverse. You've been stuck in some kind of loop here. You see this? It's like dreaming of self, of self, of self, of self with other, it's like not getting out of a loop you're in. And the path is being opened up here for you to get out, to escape this kind of bubble, this loop here. Tell me what's causing this loop here. What's this loop about? I'm hearing fantasy loop. Nine of Wands. And then I'm seeing someone read a book. And I was about to say like fantasy movies, fantasy books. Okay. Interesting. I mean, I'm all for reading and all for fantasy movies. I love that stuff. But there's something here about careful of it, whether they make you feel joy or not. Something like this. Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, fantasy. There's some something catching you in a loop of fantasy. And it's like you feel like you have to keep going here with the Nine of Wands to make this fantasy happen. But all the while, it's like the escape, the portal is right here for you to go down the path, your path. This is peculiar. Okay, so tell me advice about this. Advice for the collective. Now, again, this could be for like the collective, not necessarily like a person, you know? And I feel like that could translate in really interesting ways. Okay, Queen of Pentacles in reverse here. I feel guided to just cut here. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Mind, body, soul out of alignment. Well, you have something to offer and no one's accepting it. You feel like nobody's accepting it. Could be advice. Could be a spiritual gift you have. But you have something you need to give, or you need to give. You need to put something out there. And it's like there's this loop going on, this energetic loop that is acting like a shield or a barrier to prevent you from putting something out that you need to put out. So this is the solar plexus. Interesting. And in the last reading, I was saying I was feeling something right in my solar plexus here. So this is the element of fire. You know, it represents your will, your purpose, your strength. It's the color yellow. So you might want to think about some sun meditation here. I'm hearing sundial. But there's something about your purpose here. You need to break through some kind of fantasy. And I feel like something's like it's being given to you in a certain way. Are you doing what's right for you? Are you doing things with purpose and intention? Do you do things for yourself? I'm getting this message here. It's like, you know, sometimes when what is this? Ace of Swords. Okay. Sometimes when, I'm getting the message. Instead of reading the fantasy, you need to write the fantasy. Okay. So instead of listening to it, watching it, whatever, you need to write it. Like you need to write your own destiny, because you're stuck in a loop here of somebody else's idea of what your spiritual path is or what your relationship is about. You know, I posted this on my Instagram where I said it's okay to disagree with someone else's guided message. It's okay to disagree with someone else's spirit guides. Trust me when I say if you met that shadow guide, you probably would be like, I don't want to listen to that. Maybe, I don't know. But it's okay to disagree with things that you hear, right? Don't feel like you should never feel like when you hear a guided message, a spiritually guided message, You should never feel like I'm so stupid for, not seeing that way, or, oh, maybe I really need to look at it this way because all along I intuitively felt like it was that. Like, it should always be a confirmation, even if it's a slight confirmation. It could be an aha moment, but it should be like something that resonates. And I feel like there's some kind of loop you're in with something that doesn't really resonate for you. Really, it doesn't. Maybe with your ego a little bit. Could be. Is that what it's about? 6 of Pentacles. Yes. See, it's like someone's giving you this. I don't know. Be careful of the Magician, of taking on other people's energies, other people's projections of what they think is going down. I'm hearing in the collective, with you, with your personal story. Okay? Make sure you're writing your own story here. You're guided. You're guided too. Okay? It doesn't mean that somebody is doing something weird, okay? But not everybody who doesn't resonate with you is intentionally doing something harmful. It just means their vibration doesn't resonate with you. That's okay. And I've had a few people say like, oh, I don't know why your channel's like not growing faster. It's so small. I'm like, well, I think that's probably a good thing, because I want to be in the energetic space of people who resonate with me and my energy. And maybe there isn't, 50,000 subscribers who would resonate with me. Maybe it's only 14,000, and I'm okay with that. Like, I'm okay with that. So, be careful of getting in this mindset of like connecting with others just because. Something like this, okay? It's important. It's important because what you're doing now, and I'll just use the channel as an example, what you're doing now might not be the path of what you're going to do 5 years from now. So the energy you're cultivating now is important for whatever's coming up in those 5 years. So maybe I feel like this is a message for someone who has a YouTube channel that is like, you're trying to grow it, you're a reader, or you're doing some spiritual work, or maybe you're a musician, I'm hearing. You're trying to grow it and it's not growing, and you're feeling like something's wrong with you, or why isn't this happening? Trust that spirit knows. Maybe spirit's shielding you, protecting you. Okay, set your intentions before you do anything, including making music even, or putting your music out there. And trust that, that there's a good guidance around you. Okay? You're protected. Sometimes you're going to do something else that had you gone, like, supernova with something, that you would have been blocked from doing what you're supposed to do later on. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so just trust that. All right. And I'm also hearing, like, when you see people drop away from you in your life, like friends leave, partners no longer wanting to be with you, people breaking up with you, or, subscribers dropping off, thank them for their time and say, thank you for exiting my energy. Thank you for being on your way. And that's that, be happy that your life is getting more and more specific and attuned to your energy. Okay. Love. This is the heart chakra of I love the heart chakra. Realization. Realization that you have the key to your own heart. I love that. Love, compassion, acceptance. The Emperor. Yes, you have your own key. And the Queen of Swords in reverse. Look at her sketchy ass. She's got hair like right in front of her face, kind of like Cousin It. Like, who the hell is this? Why is she not showing her face? Could be a very particular message there, right? Why is she not showing her face? Is there a reason for that? Okay, because it came out in reverse here. I feel like the Emperor, which I'm taking is your energy or your guide's energy, interesting, looking over like, why are you trying to hide who you are while at the same time trying to communicate something? Interesting. So you're going to have a realization about somebody's cloaked intentions. Yep. Yes, you are. And I feel like this is going to be a big moment for you to disconnect from certain energies that you need to disconnect from. Now, I'm not saying that everybody who doesn't reveal their identity, there's something I'm getting about like a ghostwriter, something about a novel or something like this. You should know what this is relating to. You should intuitively feel what this is relating to. Give me a little bit more. The Six of Wands in reverse. King of Wands in the upright. Seeker in reverse. This is like, I'm getting this energy of somebody here who, it's like kind of feeding off of other people's setbacks. And also, I feel like you are getting, my face is tingling here a little bit. I don't know what that is, like right here. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting interesting. Okay, so I'm getting that you are picking up that why wouldn't you celebrate who you are? Why wouldn't you celebrate your own success? Why wouldn't you own your words? Why wouldn't you own your words? And this is not only a question you're having of someone else that's going to give you a realization, it's also about yourself. Like, why wouldn't I own my own words? Why wouldn't I own my own story? Why wouldn't I own my own story? It's time to surrender with the next card to my own story. Some of you have been telling your own story inadvertently or undercover or through metaphors or innuendos I'm hearing or through poetry and art. And it's like, you're getting to a point of feeling like you need to take that story more literal or explicit and express it and own it. Own that story. I don't know what that is about. I'm seeing the word strong here. Five of Cups, something about pain, loss, regret. The High Priestess in reverse. See, I feel like you're telling the star, and it's a healing mechanism. It's bringing something that was in the shadows into the light. Something you felt like was guiding your intuition, that if you had spoken it aloud or shared it with somebody, that it would somehow diminish your intuition, or this is a message somebody told you. This feels very specific. If somebody's telling you to silence yourself, question that. If someone's telling you not to show, like not to be yourself, I don't know what this is about. I'm seeing crown chakra. Question that. There's something that wants to come in for you, but you have to illuminate yourself. Like you need to be seen. Maybe even to yourself. I'm hearing syllabus. I'm seeing a map here too. This is interesting. Okay, let's keep going and see if it comes out more, because I feel like the story is building. Your throat chakra is speak. I speak, right? With surrender. Here's your guide behind you. I don't even know if that's supposed to... Yeah, I feel like that's a guide right there behind you. Guiding you to surrender to your own voice, your own inner voice and your own outer voice. What's the surrender? The Wheel of Fortune. Surrender to guidance. There's something coming in here. I feel like this came out in the last collective reading too. It's like you really need to trust spirit here, your spirit team, and you know, if you feel like you can't connect to that concept, that's okay. Connect to the concept of your own intuition and knowing yourself best. Okay, because there's something here that's trying to interfere with your energetic space. Could be very overtly and obvious to you, could be very subtle, in a very subtle way, okay? And you need to be very careful and clear about what you're manifesting and who you're manifesting it for. Because something powerful is coming in with the Magician and the Wheel of Fortune and surrender. With the Two of Pentacles, I didn't even see this pop out, in reverse. I feel like, see, there's a pyramid in the background, which is pretty, pyramids are pretty cool, right? There's a lot of interesting things and secrets around them, and, history and mythology and a lot past life kind of vibes around that. I just had a download too in the shower today, and I was thinking about past lives and, how a lot of people kind of immediately go to Egypt, and I got the download that everybody has a past life in Egypt. I don't know, okay? I don't know. That's what I heard. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess that makes sense why we're always going there. I mean, in our culture, it's kind of romanticized as the past life, but there's a reason why it's been taken up in that way, right? Like, not everybody's romanticizing, I don't know, about something else, like Stonehenge is a past life. Not everybody, right? But there's something about the pyramids that people go back to. So I'm hearing everybody's from Egypt. That's what I heard. Okay, everybody has a past life from Egypt. All right. But it's like, see, somebody's trying to get you to balance here I'm hearing rinky-dink coin while holding another, and you're missing the whole purpose. You're missing the whole history. You're missing a past life connection that wants to come in. That's the message. You're missing a past life connection that wants to come in because someone's wrapping you in something else. Now, this isn't meant to be a message that invokes any kind of fear or anxiety. Take this as a message, and if it does, then maybe you don't want to listen to this, or you want to come back at a different time. This is a message that should be confirming to yourself that you can make the decision here, or you have a decision to make about who to move away from. 7 of Wands, and stand your ground with. I love this. Here we have for IC. Oh, interesting. We're missing a card. IC, we have with the third eye chakra, we have sovereignty. So you see freedom. You see a future of sovereignty. Queen of the Moon, it says. This is the element of light. It's about perception, intuition, imagination. So as soon as you release whatever this is, your vision frees up. Your intuition frees up. You become very powerful. Again, it doesn't mean that whatever energies are influencing you are like trying to, are bad energies. They just might not be for you. Okay, Page of Pentacles here. So see, this is learning to trust your own intuition. There's something you need to learn about how your intuition works that is potentially different than somebody else's. I feel like this somebody else or these other people is someone who works a lot with like the mind space. I don't know what that means. Like maybe definitions or book knowledge. Nothing's wrong with that, but it feels like it's interfering with how you operate, what your abilities are. I also feel like somebody might be pushing you to make a decision before you're ready. Tell me more about the Page of Pentacles. Strength in reverse. If someone's pushing you to make a decision and you're not ready and you've told them that, there's something going on with them. They have a motive, and they're coming from a place in which they're trying to obtain something through your decision. Someone should respect that you're not ready to do something. Now they can decide that maybe they don't want to be a part of it anymore because they don't want to be waiting around. Cool, that's their choice, right? But if somebody's like pushing and not, removing themselves, I don't know, I'm hearing complaining, poking, berating, accusing, That's something that's not good, okay? That's a weakness. It's spineless, I'm hearing. It's a projection of their own weakness. It's a projection of their own insecurity not to make a decision. Ace of Cups. Because you want your decision to be thoughtful and considered so that you can have the best outcome possible. So trust that you're indecisive for a reason, okay? And this message has come through before. Maybe you do need to make a decision, okay? But when is up to you. And, just because you need to make a decision doesn't mean you need to make it now, and certainly not based on somebody else's provocation. Two of Cups in reverse. Because every decision has a consequence. And it's your consequence to bear. Discretion with judgment. Exactly. Okay, we're missing the crown chakra. I almost wanted to end there, but let's see. Pleasure with your crown chakra. Look at this. That's that energetic, beautiful vibe. Projecting outwards here. Connecting. Releasing. Feeling free. Number 18, it's like that mysterious moon energy too. Bringing the light into the dark, Okay, so your crown chakra. This is what you know. This is your wisdom and your knowledge. You know what makes you happy, right? You know what gives you pleasure. The Eight of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. When you feel anxiety or you feel pressure from the outside to explain something, make a decision, do something before you feel you're ready to do it, go back to a place or find a place here where you're really just focusing on your own pleasure here. I mean, look at the Queen of Cups. She's got her tea here. Her tea. Her little, I was going to say banjo, but it's a guitar. Her guitar. She's on the beach. She's singing. She's doing her thing. She's like, yeah, okay, you want me to be like this? I don't think so. I got a feather in my hand, not in front of me and blocking my path, and I'm going to go write my own story. I'm hearing and take up my own sense of pleasure here. Find what excites me in life here. Dream, I'm hearing. Okay, collective, that's what I got. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.